What's up, guys? Welcome to Rogue Reviews. My name's Nolan.
My name's Evan.
And tonight we're going to review the 5th installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales.
We got a duo directing team on this one, Joachim Roning and Espen Sandberg, and includes the talents of Johnny Depp, Javier Bardem, Jeffrey Rush, Brenton Thwaites, Kaya Scodelario, and all the familiar faces we've come to love in the Pirates series.
So, with me, with the Pirates franchise, I think the first one is still my favorite. That one just is such on another level than all the other ones that came after it. 2 and 3 are alright. I haven't seen the 4th, and I don't know anybody that has. Have you? Like, it seems to be a going theme when I ask people, I'm like...
On Stranger Tides, right?
Yeah, on Stranger Tides. I'm like, have you seen the 4th one? They're like, there's a 4th one? Like, nobody knows about it. So, I was intrigued by this one. The commercials really got me. I really was looking forward to this one because of mostly Javier Bardem. Like, him playing the villain. I was like, alright, they're taking it seriously. Because that was one of the complaints I had with Davy Jones, is I just didn't find him frightening. And in this movie, Javier Bardem, whenever he's on screen, I'm like, oh crap. You know, he's a terrifying villain, which was really good.
I had a lot of fun with this movie. I will say that I think the Pirates franchise is a little tired. Obviously, the first one's amazing, and I think that holds that value because it is simply the first one. Everyone after that has to kind of hang off the coattails of the first, and the formula was spot on. It was something new, and everyone loved it, so they just kind of kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and now we're in the 5th installment where it's like, okay, cool, another Pirates movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I feel like Jack is tired. He could not be in the movie and it would be okay, which probably would have been the better decision considering we're bringing in 2 brand new characters, which is Will Turner's son, and we have a really smart girl who's a witch, which got really old, man. Like, everyone's like, oh, you're a witch, you know how to do math, you know how to look at the stars, you're a witch. It kind of got old for a bit. It's like, why did no one freak out over Keira Knightley then, who actually had a brain as well? It's like they're trying to make everyone, I don't know. She was awesome. I liked the New Blood. They were a little cheesy at times. Well, I'd say everyone was a little cheesy at times. Everyone had their moments where it was like, I can almost picture them sitting there reading the script like, really? Like, I have to say this, or I have to like go, what? You know, and make it look kind of weird and funny. So there were some moments where I'm like, okay, this is weird, and that's what threw me off, I guess, with Javier Bardem, who I was stoked on, of course. I mean, No Country for Old Men, seeing him just kill it in that. He did have his moments where just like, he is intense. That was what I got from the trailers as well. He just had an intense face about him. You know, tell Jack, Capitan Salazar. Dude, it was so, he's like spitting the juice or oil, whatever that is. He had moments where it was like, oh, you're not scary now. Like, I don't know, there were moments in that, but I think overall he was a good addition to the villains that we've seen in the series. I loved Bill Nighy in the second one. Maybe it's because I love the Shaun of the Dead series, and you know, he brings like Underworld and all that. I kind of see his sinister side. So I brought that into seeing him with playing the organ, and I thought it was so well done and cool.
You hit the nail on the head with saying that Captain Jack Sparrow is tired. The problem with that is Jack Sparrow sells these movies. These movies have made less and less money in the U.S. and more money overseas. The 4th one made $1 billion, despite nobody in the U.S. seeing it.
$1 billion?
It made $1 billion. So Captain Jack is just that character that they need to have in there, and I felt like it had... in this movie, he had potential, especially in the you see it in the trailer, the scene where it's a young, de-aged Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow fighting Captain Salazar, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cool. And in the movie, it's cool for a second, and then you realize he's always been the same. Oh, hey, come over here, and you can surrender to me, blah blah blah. And it's just like, all right, so he's never changed. He never has changed. He never will change, and it's just like, then what's the point of the character? Like you said, fresh blood is good. The girl I thought was fantastic, and when she was in her scene, she popped off the screen. I'm like, who is this? She is fantastic. I thought Barbossa's storyline was way better than Captain Jack's. I thought his whole character arc through this movie really came to, like, he's always played a big role in all these movies, but I really empathized with him in this movie to the point where at the end it's like, all right, that's a cool character. I wish they would have focused on him more. Like you said, they try to make Jack important to the plot, but at the end, he's not the person you come away with. He's good for a couple laughs, but at the end of the day, it's like, why have him in here? And it's purely a marketing thing, which is sad because it hampers the story.
Yeah, we've gotten over the whole like drunk, okay, you're funny, we get it, you know. In Dead Man's Chest, I think that's what the second one's called, we actually saw kind of a deeper character with Jack, where he started getting in cahoots with Keira Knightley, and I don't know, like he had it almost like you saw a little bit of his true self without the drunken swagger all the time, where she chains him up, remember, to the boat, and then the Kraken comes up. I don't know, it's just like a different side that I saw, and I wish they went deeper into that and not keep using him for the cheap thrills and cheap comedy. You know?
I mean, to be fair though, if someone like came to me and like, hey, every 5 or so years you get to go to the Caribbean and act like a drunk pirate for a couple months, I'd be like, yeah, where do I sign?
I mean, of course, we all love me actors.
But I mean, and the bad thing about Jack Sparrow is he brought that character into all his other roles to the point where it's like Captain Jack is Johnny Depp right now, and it's like, what happened to the great actor Johnny Depp? Like Black Mass, he kind of got back to it, but I still think I haven't seen a really great Johnny Depp performance since like Finding Neverland. I think that came out in like 2004. Mm-hmm. So it's just something that has become so tiresome in these movies and outside these movies. When you get to this point, it's like, all right, man, we get it. You're drunk off your ass, you know. It's like whatever, but I don't know.
Great effects. Effects are always on par with these. I mean, the action's great. You see it in the trailer, but Salazar's ship can like open and basically swallow ships. Oh, that was so cool. I thought that was a great idea.
There's ghost sharks.
Ghost sharks, well, zombie sharks to be precise. But all that stuff was really fun, spot on. I mean, the action's great. We have great ship battles here, and they keep upping the ante with the ships. Like having Salazar's ship is like just this pirate annihilator. Yeah. And that was really cool to watch. Having all the action and all the thrills and all the fun was basically what made it fun. The characters were okay, nothing too crazy. Like we said, we wish we got a little more out of the new guys, which I think would have been the smarter thing to do, especially if you want to carry this forward. But they got a little bit of time. They weren't really. It seemed like there was potential there. I don't want to say they're bad characters, but I feel like they just simply went boom, 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 and didn't like it. It's like there was no time to breathe in this movie. Yeah. Like it was just one thing after the next, after the next, after the next. When you could have totally. And I'm not one to say this, but you could have had a breather. I mean, you could have had time to just like, wait a minute, let's talk about this, you know what I mean? Or let's get into this storyline, because then it just adds more depth to everything. And that's my pet peeve with it, is just adding weight to the story. And you could have very well done that with this and made it immensely better than what it was. But I feel like they just we gotta throw thrills in there, we gotta throw the action, and it skipped all that. I
think for me, with these Pirates movies, the thing that, to make these movies go from good to great, I think they need to copy Indiana Jones in a little bit. Like, saying that, like, in these movies, they're always going after an artifact, and the artifact always takes such a back seat to the story. In this movie, they're searching for the Trident of Poseidon, and that could have been such a cool thing that they could have really built up. But it just seems like an afterthought throughout the movie. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta go get this. They said this was the last adventure. I don't know if they're going to make another one. I mean, if it makes $1 billion, they probably will, but I would like to see the young talent move forward. So we'll see. What would you give this movie?
A solid 7. Good, not great, fun. Definitely not the best in the installment. They're the best installment in the franchise, but I wouldn't dock it to a 6. I think I'd give it a 7. I think it was fun.
I liked some of the new characters. It was definitely a fun ride. There's definitely a thrill ride element to it where you're constantly entertained. I think I just wanted a little more of the characters, and there's some really shoehorned stuff into the ending where I was like, all right, like, I get it.
It feels like the ending happened, you're like, oh no, but wait, and then they're like, ended.
Yeah, it's like that's what we wanted to see throughout the whole movie, but it's like, last second. You know, so that kind of bugged me. So I probably will give it about a 6. I think it's solid. I think it's fun. I think if you're looking for something to go Memorial Day weekend, go check this out. It's fun for the whole family, but it's nothing that you'll be remembered, or it won't stick with you throughout anything. So it's just a fun ride that you'll forget in a couple days.
Tell us what you think about Dead Man Tell No Tales. We will catch you on the next review. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for hanging out.
See you.